Alright, so here's what I've got cooking so far. I've pulled this section out as I had designed it to do on the furniture sliders down there. There's the what I call control module, the Apollo 11 space capsule control module. Power supply, my old throttle pack, which is working great for testing purposes if nothing else, and all that fun stuff. It worked out pretty well. So I got this section slid out. You can see my LED lighting up under there, very nice and bright too. So what we got to do is I actually decided to use AnyRail to make up a racetrack. Look at that. What's kind of neat about AnyRail is at least it tells you the sections here, and I'm not going to really care about that. I think I'm going to just go with all flex track again on this build because I've got a stack pile of it now. What this is going to be is this section right here is right there. Now I don't know if I'm going to do this crazy one goes over here and goes this weird thing. I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to do 2 down and back around. I have one bridge, so it's going to be an over-under kind of a thing. Yeah, I like having bridges on my lathes. What can I say? What I need to do is I decided, or determined rather, that I needed to have a 2-inch rise in order for the locomotives and my cargo containers to clear the bridge. I'm going to be reusing the Walters bridge that some of you saw me build. That's going to get reused. What I need to do is cut this right here. I don't know why this doesn't want to focus. There we go. Back to that line right back there. And I've got some risers right here. Actually, they're starters. But I got a box of those things that I'm going to be using in combination with some 1-inch foam. So I figured out 2 pieces will get me to there. 2 chunks of, well, I got to get up to 1 inch first. Then I'm going to use a 1-inch piece of foam back here. Another starter, and that'll get me up to 2 inches. And then I'll just kind of fill that in back there with more foam. I don't know what I'm going to put back there yet. This should be rather interesting. Maybe I'll have a bridge, or I don't know, pedestrian overpass maybe? What this is going to end up doing is it's going to end up kind of blending down to the ground here. That will make this a low spot on the layout right here and a high spot back there, and I think it's going to look really nice. So anyway, I've got to get my hot cutter out, start cutting, and hope what I just told you actually ends up working. So, let's find out, shall we? Alright, so here's a trusty, like, hot knife through butter gun right here. This will get us going through that foam like it's nothing. Alright, we're going to set our thing to vulcanizer. We could set to thermonuclear, but that'll probably be a little bit too much, so not heating up as fast as I want, so we're just going to give it all of it. There we go. This so much better than the wire cutters. God, those are worthless. And there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Don't mind that, that's just goodness right there. Alright, let's put this guy back into position. The idea here is to do a riser like this all the way around. Basically just kind of conform it to that curve we just made there. So this would be the part where I would put 1-inch chunk of foam back here. Well, let's just go ahead and throw our test track up here. It looks silly, I know, but so now I have to figure out a way to make a section in the back that's a 1-inch and then butt the first riser up to that. So I got to figure out, you know, where in the pie do I need to add the whipped cream to the top. Okay, so this is basically what I'm trying to go for here. I'll take care of this later. But for right now, I just need to get the contour, the curvature, the diameter, the circle thing part here. That's what I'm trying to say. Done. So I can just kind of plop this around here like so. Figure out some spacing on that, obviously, because I don't want the engine scraping up against the rocks here. But something like this is what I want. So that's where that piece is going to... Actually, I should probably go from the back first, because I'm going to have to use one back here. And that ends up about the same place anyway, so... Okay, so I'm going to mark that with my trusty Sharpie. It's French, you know. I guess it does have an I on it though, so maybe we can't say that's French. I'll call it Sharpie anyway, just because I can. So I'm going to mark that guy right here, and this is where I need to begin a 1-inch chunk of foam. Is right there. So the 1 inch is going to extend all the way back, and then of course this section right here, one of these two pieces, I don't really, there's no name label to them, but anyway, this will go on top of the 1 inch piece, and that'll get me up to my 2 inch foam right there, and then I can do some scenery things back in the corner, or building things, or... So a guy just realized that he's going to have to make some more cuts right here, so let's get that done. I also discovered that I should have looked at this piece before. It's not exactly straight. You wouldn't exactly call that straight back there, but I don't know if I'm going to worry about it, because that's going to be up against the wall anyway. I'd rather have a nice machined edge on the front side where things can butt up and join up cleaner. I might figure out something to take care of that, but right now let's get this part of it done at least. Just like cutting a cake here, folks. Save these chunks, fellas. You never know when they're going to come in handy. This also doubles as a really nice workbench too. Do a little bit more. Now this stuff I don't really care about, because I'm going to go back in later with some filler, some foam. I don't know what with, but this will get worked. We might throw that piece away. I'm not sure that would be any use, but you never know. So you can also take this and kind of, you know, reshape that, smooth it up if you want to. This stuff is a little bit on the smelly side. I'm not gonna lie to you. Although it's not that bad though. So we can kind of, get a nice smoothed out edge there if you really want to. Let's see if we can't straighten this out a little bit while I'm back here. You're kind of sculpting here at this point. Kind of gives a nice textured face actually. It probably could just use that for some rock face or something there, I would imagine. But that's a little bit straighter than it was, so I'm just going to call that good. Good enough. Alright, so let's see if I've got the width where I want it to be. Oh yeah, we got a little bit extra there. That's good. I'm going to be chooching up this hill in no time. So this look seems to have had it. This particular chunk of blue board, we're going with blue and pink. We're mixing both colors here, folks. This chunk of blue board I have just happens to be the exact same width that I need to go from there to here in, like, you know, one nice piece. So I've got to cut this out now. Deet, 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 deet. And I need to make a zip like that. Okay, so Pink Panther has given us our line. Now we just need to get out our favorite cutting tool. Whew, that definitely builds some muscles. I need like a gun holster to put this thing in, but we'll just set it over here and hope it doesn't, touch anything that we care about. I mean, we're close. That should be fine because this is going to cover that up anyway, that ugliness there. So let's just go ahead and that did work. That gets us right up to there. Cool. How does this side work? Does this get us up to there? Yes, it does. Yeah, I can cover that gap just with this riser. So yeah, that'll work fine. So then this area over here, I just need to do some filler and some contouring and make it happen kind of things over here. But I think that's actually going to work pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to be using this cheap Dollar Tree foam and poster board adhesive. I'm going to give this a try. The other adhesives I've used over the years on this foam board stuff just absolutely suck to pull back up. So I'm going to give this a try. We're going to use it sparingly, just a few key areas. Don't really need to have a whole lot of, gluage applied because it's not like we're holding a building together with this stuff. At least I don't think I'm going to be. So let's just go ahead and drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. It's a nice thick clear glue. I'm going to get some around the edges here at least. And just a bead, just a little tiny bead. Nothing fancy. And we'll just do a little drizzle here. We'll do a smiley face right there. Kind of looks like a frog smiling. Okay. Stuff kind of smells good. I bought this stuff to try on model cars. Get this guy adhered to the wood. Push it down. And then we're going to get our Clampolator 2001s. Just a little pressure here. You don't need a whole lot. And then for this part of it, we're going to just do that. Maybe one more. Okay. So we'll let that, let's see if that's going to actually stick. No, we might have to get some more weight on that. The more weight. And let's put this down here. So I think for the pink board, we're just going to use some good old-fashioned wood glue. Because that seems to be all I have to hand at the moment. I thought I had a big tube of Eileen's, but I'm not seeing it and I'm not feeling like trying to find it. So that's what we're going to use. And that'll work just fine. Clean that off, kind of, sort of. Okay. So again, I want to use this sparingly because I don't want to have to be cussing up a storm trying to get this stuff back off again in a couple of years when I completely change my mind about what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to go and get the outer edges that could pop up. Building the model layout. And I'm just going to, and we'll just do our signature smiley face right here. Alright. Every layout should be happy, guys. Now, SmartMan would probably have done this so that the printed side was on the bottom, but I didn't do that. I'm not that smart, guys. Didn't even think about that until I just saw that. Okay, now we got to find some weight. There's some weight. Box of N-scale locomotives. We'll just add that back there. There's some more weight. And some more weight, courtesy of some rolling stock. Okay. Yep, that seems to all be laid down. Ooh, I guess we need some more weight on that side right there. Okay, there we go. Get the pressure where it's needed. So this is what guys got going on right now. We've got a mixture of manufacturers going on here. Got a Walthers, aka Lifelike, newer model folks, GP38-2. in the Burlington Northern flavor. Micro Trains North Dakota boxcar. I've got a few more of those. I'm going to collect those. Those are pretty cool. And I got a lifelike hopper in Union Pacific. And to make it official, got the MRC Tech 2 plugged up here. And we're going all out on here, folks, because I've even got way over there red and a black. That is crazy for me, because usually I'm yellow and white, or red and yellow, or white and white, or black and black. Let's just go ahead and flip the switch and find out which direction this is in. Now, for added fun, this locomotive has never been ran. Brand new, still has all that black coating on the wheels. You know, that coating you put in from the factory. I did kind of give the track a little bit of the rag. In other words, what I'm saying is, this is probably not going to be as smooth as Michael Jackson's Moonwalk, but we're going to go ahead and try it anyways. Let's flip the dial here, the throttle, see what happens. Oh, I swear this is Atlas mechanism in these. It looks just like the Atlas, but anyway. Alright, let's follow the old locomotive up the new mountain here. Ole, 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 ole. We'll just pretend we're on Price is Right here. You can see those wonderful micro trains wheels. They're hitting every tie on the track there. I could say though that is going up that effortlessly. Nice smooth speed. Oh. Actually, that got hung up on something. Sometimes these couplers like to dig into the rails. No. Not sure what happened there. I heard the motor moving though. Remember, the track is just laying on top of that foam, so it's going to change as locomotive goes around it there. But yeah, the Mountaineer is almost off the edge of the cliff here, so we better go ahead and stop that. Let's go ahead and give that baby a reverse here, which you did not see in Price is Right. And now I've got no... Let's just give it play the drums on the layout there. There we go. So that's how you get the N-scale locomotives going there, is you play the bongos on the layout there. Boy, that locomotive runs really nice. Those are the ones to look for, folks, when you're looking for good deals. Look for those older Walthers, the original ones that came out right after they bought Lifelike, because it even still says Lifelike on the plastic, that top piece here. That right there still says Lifelike right there. I probably won't be able to focus on that, but you can see there, Lifelike. Even though it's in that, which says Walthers. So yeah, I'm going to call that a success, and we're just going to go to gluing, I guess, because you know that was flawless. So I guess it was as smooth as Michael Jackson's Moonwalk. Alright guys and gals, there we go. Now we'll let that dry, and funny enough, hey, would you look at what I found. So, that stuff is awesome for this kind of stuff, and especially when you find it at Hobby Lobby for only $1.24. Yeah, so, highly recommend that stuff. So, we're going to let that set up and dry, and then we'll start filling in other things around this. The other thing I need to do too is where it levels off up here, right there, I need to kind of get the sandpaper or cheese grater or something to kind of level that in right there, just kind of smooth it out, transition it nicely there. But this is going to look sweet. This is going to be really nice. I'm not really concerned about what the foam looks like along that side, because that side's A, against the wall, B, it's out of sight, which is really important. And if you're going to have your best sides, make sure they're in sight, not out of sight. Plus, I may end up putting a backdrop on the physical layout itself, somewhere right in here. I don't know yet. So, you know, it is what it is. That's going to be fun. I like rises, you know. I keep doing this on all my layouts and I keep having issues with them, but I think I've got it figured out this time. So, we've got our Machinix 1, 2, 3 blocks. Holding this down. This feels like it's holding down pretty good here. I love these things. Spray those with clear coat, guys and gals, then they won't rust on you. So I think that's going to leave it for this video. I have to think about what else I'm going to do at this point on. I've obviously got to go transition back down from the 2-inch after I get past the bridge, back down to ground level, the brown stuff there. But I have a picture in my brain, kind of like Doc Brown when he hit his head when he built the time machine. I have a picture in my head of what this is going to look like. So maybe I can make that happen. Alright guys, we'll see you again right here at Nick's Collectible Creations. Like, thumbs up, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. And we'll see you again right here on the next video. Peace out, everybody.